Am I frozen? Oh yeah, I have the camera's frozen. What is that about? Anyway, I am your buddy. Let me try to change that. Hang on, that's bothering me. All right, let's see if it'll work now. That's so random. Now it's off. We're here. Always something on the show. What's up? What's up, nerds? It's me, your buddy, HeyArcher. Welcome back to another episode of Nerdy Coffee. I'll get to that. But if you're new here, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Here on Nerdy Coffee, we wake up nice and early. We watch the latest show. We're up to the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. For some reason, when I was saying the show before, I didn't have the in either place. But we're watching the Falcon and the Winter Soldier on Disney+. And then we do a real-time review with a cup of coffee. Just sit down and discuss it. If you want to support the channel, of course, you can do that by subscribing, liking, commenting. You can also buy me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/HeyArcher. Get me a nice hot brew to get the day started, right? But you can also head over to HeyArcher.com. Get yourself a HeyArcher mug, some other cool HeyArcher merch. Good times for all. Let me see if this camera came back yet. It did not. Hang on. Now it's really bothering me. I gotta fix this. Let's see. Let's see if the camera comes back. That's so random. And, you know, the funny thing is, I actually started out on time today. I was in the chair. I was good to go. And let's see, is it that one? Let's see if that does the trick. Nope. Not that either. I have no idea what's going on with this thing. Anyway, we'll just use this camera today. That's fine. So I was actually seated. I was ready to go at 9:40. And all of a sudden, I forgot that yesterday I had moved files around. So my intro music and displays were all gone. So I had to load that back up again. And now the camera's not working. So, you know, hey, it's a Friday morning. That's what happens here on HeyArcher. It's not an episode of HeyArcher unless there's some sort of technical difficulty. I mean, I feel like that's just part of the experience, if you would. But either way, let's get the show on the road. Let me get some music going. All right. So, it might be a little loud. But you let me know how it is. All right, so the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Let's just get right into it. I am all in. I'm digging it. I am digging this show. Just giving you the quick overview here. And by the way, there's spoilers here. So if you made it this far, a whole 5 minutes already, there are spoilers here. So if you need to hold off, save this, come back after you watch the show. But I'm all in. It felt very the Winter Soldier, you know, and not just because Bucky was there, but the way that it was shot, the feel of it. Everybody's not so like happy-go-lucky in it. It had a darker tone to it. It felt very much Winter Soldier. And they set the mood right by having kind of not a direct opening action scene, but right after that. So, you know, Sam Wilson, of course, he is now Falcon. Captain America gave him the shield, and he ends up turning the shield down. He ends up turning down the mantle. And Rhodes, or War Machine, however you want to refer to him, even ask him, like, why didn't you want to take that? Why didn't you want to take the shield? And he tells him, hey, I feel like the shield, I feel like Captain America is Steve, why am I blanking today? Is Steve Rogers. So it's funny because yesterday on HeyArcher Live, which every Thursday at 8 p.m., I even mentioned that I wanted that to be the thing. Like, I wanted that to be the story of him struggling with it. And I know that it's kind of a played out story because it happened in the comic books. And I know not everybody has read those, but it's something that's so simple, but yet when it's playing out, I'm enjoying it. Because even as he's saying it, like that's Cap's, the shield is Captain America's, the shield is Steve Rogers, like I'm Sam Wilson. It reminded me of like, you know, Nightwing, for example. Like Nightwing doesn't really want the mantle of Batman, even though people think it is his. Damian Wayne, same thing. So when I started thinking about other heroes, I was like, everybody kind of has that struggle. Like, you're just going to be the copy of the other person. You're not that other person. So I was digging it. But just to go over a couple fun things that appeared in the episode, of course. George St. Pierre is back. He's the opening action scene. It's him and his group taking over a U.S. Air Force plane to capture one of their captains. And Sam Wilson has to get in there and get him out. Awesome scene. I loved it. The little thing that I thought was very, very helpful there was he couldn't beat George. And by the way, his character name is George. So it's not, I'm not just saying the actor's real name or the MMA fighter's real name. Sam Wilson couldn't beat him. And that was very important to me because Captain America struggles to beat him. And this is something that we also talked about in HeyArcher Live yesterday. In the trailers for the show, Sam Wilson is doing flips and he's throwing the shield and catching the shield, which to me is out of character because he doesn't have superpowers like that. So I like the fact that he couldn't beat George in that scene. But I also forget, it's funny, I also forget that in the Captain America movies, The Winter Soldier, Civil War, they kill people. Like they're not heroes that just like knock somebody out and then they're like, all right, moving on. Like he's throwing terrorists off planes, they're straight up shooting them. Like I forget they do that in these shows. It's not as kiddie. And I think even having that in the beginning, again, it sets the tone for the show. It sets the bar. So we pick up with both of them. They are kind of dealing with post-Blink, post-Captain America going away, and that part develops very well. But I want to go straight to the ending. So again, if you've not seen this, you want to pause and come back. But I want to go to the ending, to the big reveal at the end of the episode. And that is that the government has brought in a new Captain America. And we saw this in the trailer. We saw Captain America there. And most of us knew that that was not going to be Steve Rogers because Chris Evans said he's not coming back, or allegedly. But they reveal their own Captain America. And also referring to HeyArcher Live yesterday, we joked that in every single movie, the U.S. government always does some shady shit. And for some odd reason, the heroes keep working for the U.S. government. Doesn't make sense to me. But the government's like, we need a Captain America. So they found one and reveal him at the end of the episode. This ends up being, so all of you know, where is U.S. Agent, otherwise known as John Walker. So John Walker, actually, you can kind of say he was a fanboy. He ends up wanting to be Captain America and gets his own super soldier serum. In this, they're probably going to say the government gave it to him, but he ends up getting his own super soldier serum, getting all souped up. And then, because he can't be Captain America, ends up kind of doing this campaign against Captain America, ends up becoming the super patriot. So he becomes super patriot, is like, hey, I'm the new cool thing. I'm the one that should be like the face of America. In the comic books, Captain America steps down and the government asks Super Patriot to become Captain America. So of course here we have Steve Rogers vanished. So that's why they're gonna probably bring in John Walker. So what ends up happening as the story progresses in the comic books, and what's probably gonna happen here, is John Walker, the new Captain America, becomes too brutal, too violent, killing people even when they probably shouldn't be killed, killing innocents, that kind of thing. And that's where Bucky and Sam are probably gonna have to intervene here. Again, plugging HeyArcher Live, and by the way, I have to re-upload that episode because YouTube blocked it because we were watching Star Wars on it. But referencing that yesterday, most likely the terrorist group, which is the Flag Smashers, I'll cover them real quick, but the terrorist group is the Flag Smashers, and you have Zemo, who's probably going to be like leading that group. I'm willing to bet that the new Captain America teams up with them to kind of even stage events. So that way they arrive, do whatever, and then Captain America shows up and woo, Captain America saved the day. So I bet you he's going to even start staging stuff, because he does stage things in the comic book, not with that group, but he has his own kind of like henchmen that he has to stage events to make him, again, look grandiose and like super cool and better than Captain America. So in the books, again, he does eventually, where is it? He does eventually take on the mantle of U.S. agent. He ends up stepping down from Captain America to kind of be his own thing. That is, though, because Captain America does come back. Steve Rogers comes back. In this show, they're probably not going to do that. I'm guessing Sam Wilson will become Captain America, and then John Walker becomes U.S. agent. That's my thought. But at the moment, the overall like arcing villains here are the Flag Smashers. I forgot to get a picture ready for that, but that's the villains that you saw, the mask with the hand on it. I thought they were going to be the hand from Daredevil, but the Flag Smashers. And essentially, they're trying to bring the world back to what it was before the blink, or sorry, during the blink. So, you know, no borders, no government, absolute chaos. It's one of those where, even as they were saying it on the show, I was like, that would be cool if there was no borders and one government or whatever, but at the same time, there's probably gonna be issues with that. So those are that's the terrorist group. And then you're gonna have U.S. agent in there. And then you, of course, just have Bucky and Sam dealing with their PTSD, dealing with coming back to reality. What I love, too, is that Bucky is also a man out of time. That's something that we've all kind of forgotten, because it was always Steve Rogers is the man out of time. But Bucky's that person, too. Bucky's 104 years old, he said. He's like, I'm trying to online date. It's weird. Everything's just displaced. So I'm excited for this. I think that this is going to be that sleeper show that everybody gets on board with. And I truly hope it's more of that Daredevil route where you want the next episode because the action's building up and there's, you know, reveals and all of that, as opposed to the WandaVision method where you're just kind of like, what's happening? Who's in control? Who's doing this? Blah, blah, blah. I want more of that Daredevil type vibe. And yeah, that's it. I'm hooked. I cannot wait for next week's episode. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. As I mentioned before, you definitely want to hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell, because you want to get notified when I go live. Sometimes it's just random. I should probably hit the outro music now. That would probably be a good idea. As I mentioned before, HeyArcher Live every Thursday at 8 p.m. I will re-upload yesterday's without the copyrighted issue, so that way you guys can enjoy that after the fact. Nerdy Coffee every Friday morning. The time kind of jumps around, so that's why it's important to hit the bell so you get notified when I'm about to go live. It gives you like a 30-minute heads up. Unboxings, 2-minute reviews, the vlog series, so much nerdy content here. I can't wait to share it with you. Let's push to 500 subscribers. Share these videos. And of course, if you want to help support the channel otherwise, HeyArcher.com, BuyMeACoffee.com. Lots of good things here. Most importantly, I'll talk to all you nerds in the next video. Peace. That first cup of coffee, I think we can all agree, it hits a little different.